So as disgusting as this behavior is, and it is, no doubt, really it's unfortunately a very normal behavior. When out in the wild and a dog has to catch and kill his own food, it's easily possible that he may catch or kill nothing in a given day. And so the bottom line is that sometimes that's the only source of protein available. So as disgusting as it is a spectrum of normal behavior for dogs and cats. Unfortunately, what it means though is that it's also a way of recycling parasites. And so that's where it becomes a problem in addition to just being disgusting.
So can we stop it?
You can try. Young dogs who are just starting, sometimes puppies go through a phase where they're poo eaters. And there's a lot of products out there. One of them is called Forbid, that you can mix as a tasteless powder in with their food, which oddly enough is supposed to impart a bad taste to the poo when it comes out. You'd think that would already be happening, but what it does is they don't taste it when they eat it, but apparently what it makes come out the other end tastes vile, and you're trying to play on them forming a food aversion. And associating the fact that if they eat poo, it's yucky. But sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. It only works as long as the animal is actually ingesting the powder, and if you have multiple animals in a household, they all have to eat it so that all of it will form a food aversion.
So it does seem that some dogs are a little selective with their poo, and they prefer feline
Yes.
over canine. Is that just also
That is
regular?
a function. It's still recycling, but cat food in general is so much higher in protein and fat than dog food is, that it's that much more attractive for dogs as, oddly enough, an alternative food source. So it's, again, a spectrum of normal behavior, but not one that we prefer when you're living with that pet.
If I see my dog regularly eating poop at the dog park or wherever, he's got a wide selection, are you saying don't worry, or are you saying worry?
Worry in the sense that particularly in the dog park environment, we see an awful lot of parasitism. That's where it's kind of like having your children at daycare. Lots and lots of infectious disease can congregate in one small area. So definitely, eating other dogs' poop, especially because we don't know if those owners are worming their dogs, what their exposure is, what their travel history is. And lots of people feel safe in their own environment because they know, oh, my dog never goes to the river, I don't have to worry about XYZ parasites. But when you go to the dog park, what you don't know is where does everyone else travel to. So you actually end up exposing your dog to where everyone's dogs go to.
So then what do you do? If you have a poop eating dog, do you just give them?
So when you have a poop eating dog at the dog park, you really are just going to have to be vigilant. Teaching the leave it command at home, using toys and whatnot, and putting a little bit of training in ahead of time before you go should allow you to have the ability that if your dog goes over and that's what his intention is, if he understands the leave it command and you can say, Tucker, leave it, and then he will come to you for a treat instead, you can make that positive association between, hey, I don't want you to eat this, come to me in response to my command and I will go ahead and give you a treat for that. And kind of goes without saying, make sure you're running that annual fecal sample on your dog, and make sure you have your dog on a monthly heartworm prevention. One of the secondary benefits to using monthly heartworm prevention is not only that it protects them against the heartworm organism, but it also is a broad spectrum wormer for roundworm and hookworm and whipworm.